Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
I think this is episode 63. It's 63. I wrote it down in my notebook.
Good.
And my nifty notebook. Oh, look at the pocket for notes.
Oh, look at yourself.
That I paid ridiculous amount of money for just so I could have a pig on the front shirt last week.
That's like a photocopy. You
I'm
could
a
have done
classy.
that yourself.
I'm a classy bitch. Look, it's it is what it is. Before we start,
the drama over here.
we're not for everybody. If you don't like the word fuck or using the Lord's name in vain, then you need to turn us the fuck off now.
The Lord's name in vain.
For checking us out.
I
and
haven't
just
heard
go
that
away.
in a long time.
Did I say it the other week?
You did, but I just haven't heard it. I think it was Grandma Spicer that used to say that.
I don't know, but
Don't take the Lord's name in
anyway,
vain.
Yes. So, and if you don't like us, you don't need to tell us about it.
Just move on.
Yeah, just go fuck yourself. Don't tell us about it. There you have it. So, yeah.
Well, that was to the point.
I know, right? That was to the point. So, we didn't watch any Oscar movies this week. So we were watching Vera. The British shows get me. The UK shows, I love them. And there's a whole vocabulary out there of like a whole other language. So when we have the subtitles up, right? Because they might be speaking the English language, but it is not one that I can fucking understand all the time. Although this one's not as bad as like Peaky Blinders. Like Peaky Blinders, I was like, what the fuck are they saying?
Are they British or Irish in Peaky Blinders?
British.
Oh.
So Vera, if you're looking for a good mystery show, it's a cop show. It's called Vera. It's Vera. Cop show. She's the head, whatever. Investigator, and it's murder, only murder. And there are words like, I mean, every night. I think I googled 3 words last night.
Swear words?
No, not swear words. One was bairns, B-A-I-R-N, bairns. It means child or children. It's a Scottish or Northern England word, and this is like a present day show, right? So I'm like, bairns. I'm like, do they mean? Are they talking about children? Like, is there any time there's a child? And then it's like, there's a bunch of words.
Like when a woman hasn't, like in the old days, they used to say she was barren because she hadn't had any kids.
Barren, like B-A-R-O-N, barren. I don't know how you spell barren. Is that barren, like barren? Anyway, look, bairns, children. And then there's another word last night. Maybe I'm getting, was it dodgery, which meant like old and forgetful. Like there's a word for that. Like I would just say like senile. But she was like, maybe I'm getting dodgery. If that was the word, I forget. But it was a fun word. Like the words are fun. Like the way it's like I said to Joe, we need to start just speaking like this. If I could put on the accent, I would, because it's just such a fun language. So in this show, like she's this great, she's fucking sarcastic and it's fantastic. So that's the current show that we're watching. And as I told PT Joe yesterday, like we watch a show, and then when that show is, we watch all seasons of that show, then we move on to another show. So because he recommended White Lotus, which I said looked good. I'm like, but is it a comedy? Because I'm not really into the comedies. And he said there's some comedy to it, but it's more like suspenseful. And he also said The Wire was really good, so I have to check that out too. But I've heard of The Wire. It's a cop show here, but he said he.
What is the show? It's not British, but what's the show I told you about the other day?
I don't know.
Severance?
Oh yeah, but that sounds.
Somebody told me it was.
The first 2 are awful.
Yeah, like the first 7 are awful shows because there are seasons.
Right.
So the episodes, I don't know. But then they said the last one they saw was just outstanding, and now they're getting ready to start the 2nd season. I don't know, but I don't want to have to.
I'm not watching 6 shitty shows. Yeah. I mean, one shitty show, like, okay, let's try another one and see. But I'm watching 6 shitty shows. Say that fucking fast 3 times. 6 shitty shows just to get to one good one.
Yeah, no.
6 shitty shows.
And I asked my friend if I could just go ahead and watch the end, the last one, or do I need all the other ones to catch up? And he told me he would catch me up quickly on
that. There you go. Okay, when you do that, you let me know. So I learned another term that I learned in the last week. No, I knew whisker biscuit.
Whisker biscuit.
All right, stop. If you don't know what that means, Google it.
Whisker biscuit's better than some of the other words that are said.
I know, but why were you talking about whisker biscuit? That's not the word. I know whisker biscuit.
It's a fun word, like twat waffle.
Okay. Belt to ass was the other term that I did not know existed. But apparently it's a known BTA. The acronym is BTA. So what happened was the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and then there was a little ditty on. I saw like this guy sang a little song, and he's like, and the Eagles took belt to ass. And I was like, oh my God, I fucking love it. Then if you were watching the parade, there were signs that said BTA.
No.
And I think they even chanted it at one point. BTA.
What does it mean? It sounds like you're going to
belt
beat
to
somebody.
ass.
I know.
Like they took belt to ass. They
Oh,
won.
yeah,
They
they won.
beat them.
They
They
whooped
beat
them.
the shit out. They
They
whooped
whooped
them.
them.
But apparently it comes from, it's a known term, and it comes from maybe a rap song from a few years ago. I don't know. But I looked it up just to see like where it, because I was trying to find the little jingle, this little song that this guy
So you
made
sing
to
it?
show Joe, because it was fucking funny, and I should have saved it, and I didn't, and I couldn't find it. But anyway, so belt to ass, which I fucking love. Like, too bad we didn't know when we were little. We got belt to ass. On the Vera came on, but we didn't get. Yes, we did. We got the belt. That was back in the day when you're allowed to do such things, and now you look at your kid wrong, and fucking DHS shows up at your house. Anyway,
Well, that's true.
so
Well, that's because you got people out there with no common sense.
so another thing that I've decided, so belt to ass was really cool, but since watching the parade last week,
Oh boy.
and all of the shenanigans. By parade, we mean the Eagles had a big parade, like Philadelphia shut the fuck down. The traffic was horrendous, and
It was
there was a parade.
yes,
Fucking house
on
thing.
it was on Valentine's Day.
So they showed, was it Saquon Barkley? I think shotgunning a beer.
Yeah.
Which I think we might have talked about last week because he was on the Tonight Show and he was talking about shotgunning a beer.
A lot of them are shotgunning. He was on TV shotgunning.
I've never done it, and I think we should. I'm going to do it on here, but I think I have to practice.
I'm gonna
first.
wear like a rain suit.
Well, I thought I might have to put like my raincoat on, and I thought I could start with like a diet,
Might as well
like a
put
diet ginger ale or
Put some
something,
plastic down.
or like one of the waters,
I'm
so
not
it won't be
partaking.
sticky.
Oh, okay.
But first, I need to know, how do you puncture the side? Because I never see them puncture the side. So do they use like a can opener? Also, you don't want to cut your mouth on it.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Now, beer bongs I've done, but I have to I'm not
Somehow
good
they're
at it.
biting it, or someone. I don't think someone's put a hole in it first because they're taking it. Don't do it.
I mean, should I bite it? It's gonna shot.
I'm not
shit out.
taking you to the dentist. And then they open the end, but it's hard to like hold it and open. Do not do that.
How do they do it? I want to
Maybe
know how
I
they do
wouldn't
it.
do this. First of all, that's really
Okay.
heavy.
Well, the
Maybe
thing
the beer cans are thinner.
I don't think the beer
aluminum
cans are not thinner. I don't want to cut my mouth.
Then you'll have
I
a
mean,
fungus.
I don't want to cut my mouth. But I need. How have I lived my whole life and never shotgunned a beer? I feel like I should do this. And I've done the beer bong. We didn't plug it in. Motherfucker. I knew I was forgetting something. Fuck. Sorry, people. Okay. There you go. Sorry. There you go.
What are you talking
We
about?
unplugged it. The fucking microphone isn't plugged in. Sorry. That first 7 minutes suck. Yes, I know the microphone sucks.
But now it's
And
plugged in.
So now it's plugged in. Anyway, so now, if you missed it, we're not for everybody. Belt to ass
heard
is something fun. And in case you couldn't hear what I was talking about, it was shotgunning a beer because people were doing it at the Super Bowl parade.
I don't think that that's wise.
And I want to know how it's done.
I don't think that that's wise.
I'm going to learn how. I might do it on here for everyone to see because I think that would be fun. It would be fun.
Put plastic down. Put your raincoat on.
We're outside the porch. Shit gets spilled out here all the time. My friend dropped a fucking wine glass out here over the summer and it rolled. And we have an old rug out here.
I know, but I'm
And
just saying it's going to go
miraculously,
everywhere.
it didn't break the glass.
The beer goes everywhere.
Well, I know it's messy, which I mean, I want to try to do it so it's not all over the place. But anyway, so has anyone? I watched the Scamanda thing. So we finished the Sherry Papini thing. We forgot about Scamanda last week.
Oh wait,
we
is Sherry Capini? Do they have an episode on tonight?
No, the Papini one's done.
Oh,
We went and watched it on Hulu or whatever.
she's a whore.
There you go. She's a whore. So she's the one who left her husband.
Obviously, some mental illness. Yeah, she pretended.
mean,
Well, it was like an
clearly.
old boyfriend from high school or something that she went and stayed with for a couple weeks,
she's
months.
nuts.
Something.
Yeah, she's just nuts. I don't know what.
She's got that
understand
big
what's going
eyes.
on.
Although she's attractive.
Let's just tear her apart.
But
Anything
wait.
else? She's a whore and she has big eyes. What else?
She's
What
not
else you
really
got?
a whore.
What
like
else you
dirty
got
language.
over there?
Now tell them, because it's not going to ruin it, who she lived with after she got out of jail. You were telling me that the other day. And I'm
Well, I
like,
don't know if it
what?
was after she got out of jail. It wasn't after she got out of jail. It was after she was arrested, maybe. After they found her. I forget what happened. The husband kicked her out and then she was living with his aunt for a little while.
They're divorced now.
I mean, look.
But the aunt didn't like her. You got to watch the show if nothing else.
I know,
for, like,
the aunt was
the
like-
total airtime of 60 seconds.
First
that the
time
aunts
they
get.
met, she was like, I asked, well, something wrong with her. You can't be that nice. There's something wrong with you. I mean, and I was like, you say it, aunt. You got it. You got it.
They never
Anyway.
interviewed her parents. Like, where are her parents in all of this?
I think they did.
I never saw the parents.
Definitely the sister. The parents, I don't remember. I don't know.
But Scamanda is on tonight.
So Scamanda, I'm just going to watch when it's all over. But the other, so there was a local interesting. Let me move my cup. Sorry, it's like right there. There was. Don't you love my fun new sweater? I love the rainbow stripes and my new blue shirt. It's a little shopping. Look at this. I love the sleeves. I'm a sucker for these sleeves. It's cuter in person. Anyway, what was I talking about? Samantha? I totally forgot.
A local story?
Local story. So it was on, I don't know, Dateline or one of those. 2 weeks ago, Joe and I were watching it, and there was a teacher. Her name was Ellen or something. Maybe I wrote it down.
We're just gonna make it up.
Was she was a teacher when I was teaching, like early teaching.
In
Ellen,
Philly?
Ellen Greenberg, yes. And in 2011, so 2011 was the year I was getting married and also had a little nervous breakdown thanks to my whore of a boss. So maybe I wasn't watching a lot of news. I mean, I call it like I see it. That's the nicest word I could call her. I'm going to leave it at that. I wish her the day that she deserves. So Ellen Greenberg,
Ellen Greenberg, rest your
that's
soul.
her right name,
Yes.
yes. So the coroner, who's some kind of fucking slapped ass, called it suicide.
He was.
She was
slapped
stabbed
ass.
like
20
sometimes. First of all, look, if you could kill yourself, and I'm sorry, I'm not joking about suicide here. Like, I mean, it's a very serious thing, but I'm talking about the idiot coroner who said it was suicide, and no one's stabbing themselves 20 sometimes.
Well, there are a couple things.
Never.
This you couldn't.
Women don't kill themselves like that.
Right, I was just
anyway.
going to say,
Pills.
historically, if you study stats on this, they say this, we saw it on the news, women don't commit suicide that with stabbings and to the, in multiple times.
Nobody commits suicide by taking a knife
it
to
a little
themselves.
cleaner, but
So the parents hired.
so from the get-go that he was wrong.
The get-go, they said it had to have been suicide because it was the apartment, their apartment or the condo, whatever, was locked from the inside, and the door when he got up there, like the door was locked or whatever. But then meanwhile, they also could prove that you can like get on YouTube and it'll show you a 2-minute video how to unlock the lock. It was like one of those like hotel ones, like the little latch that goes over, which does not make me feel safe in hotels now that I fucking know that, which is why I also use the deadbolt. So
you should always use deadbolt.
Always, right? I mean, a lot of shit happens in hotel rooms. I watch the TV. I know. This is why I couldn't sleep last week while Jeff wasn't here, and I had to drink the fucking Robitussin so I could sleep at night. Anyway, stay tuned for other home remedies on how to sleep. I was telling PT Joe, he's like, you didn't drink? I'm like, no, I thought about it, but I thought I'll just do a little shot of Robitussin. He's like, did you just drink from the bottle? I'm like, no, I poured out the right little serving and
I thought you took a
little
swig of
thing.
it. You should not drink alone. I mean, there are several reasons why you should not drink
Well, I know.
alone.
I mean, like, because also like
you drink too much, you fall down.
Which I could, yeah. Yesterday we had a conversation about not wearing socks. I don't wear socks indoors. I only had the socks on because my toenails are in rough shape because I'm letting them breathe.
We know.
Anyway, okay, so back to this. Okay, so this woman, so they're reopening the case. You should look it up if you've not watched this. It's a very good little, like, I don't know, it was a Dateline or 20 minutes or one of those.
Ellen's
20
parents
minutes.
sued the city, and they also have a civil case going. Or maybe they sued
So the new coroner or whoever. So they're having it looked at again.
Yes.
Because the forensic guy that they hired did whatever they came up with on the autopsy. The last one of the stab wounds. Also, I mean, you're really stabbing yourself in the back of the fucking neck. I mean, come on, people, for Christ's sake. Where the fuck did they get this coroner? I can't. But it didn't bleed, which meant she was already dead before that wound to her neck.
So obviously you're not coming back from the dead just to get your neck in the back.
Obviously. So,
but I just can't imagine stabbing myself 20 times.
Well, right, that's because she didn't fucking kill herself. I mean, it's absurd. But did you, I mean, I don't remember this case at all.
I do.
I
remember it.
Because it came on and Joe was like, oh yeah, this was around here. And I'm like,
I don't know why you weren't watching the
looking
news.
at it. I'm like, do I know her? Did I teach with her? I don't know. No, I don't know.
Was in Ardmore. But at any rate, no, I do remember it was local. And her parents, they didn't sue the city because I don't think they can go after both, but they went after the city to get it reopened.
I think they sued. I have the newspaper in there. They sued, I think.
They went after the city, whether you call that suing or not, to reopen the case with an educated coroner. And then they also have a civil trial that's going to happen once they determine.
I think they won the suit and it's being reopened. I want to say that's what happened.
The old coroner.
He got his degree online.
I don't know, but as he was, so this was years ago, but then
2011.
So the old coroner, the coroner that diagnosed this, whatever, said when he was asked again recently, "Oh, I'm not going to rule it a suicide. It's of unknown causes."
Well, he blamed the police. He said it was the police's fault.
Yeah, and he still wouldn't on the death certificate give an actual reason. Like, it was kind of like an unknown. There was no like homicide. They didn't call it a homicide. They didn't call it a suicide
undetermined.
anymore. It was undetermined. How could it be undetermined? They know it was
Right.
used
I mean,
at any
it's-
rate. So now the parents won. They were having it reopened. They have a new coroner who's looking at all this stuff.
Is the coroner, is that a voted position?
Yeah.
People vote for the coroner.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you vote for the coroner? We don't have that here, do we? Is it every coroner?
No, maybe just in the city.
I mean, if from Philadelphia, you're going to rely on the citizens of Philadelphia. I see them on the news. You're going to rely on the citizens of Philadelphia to vote for the fucking
That was
coroner?
a slap.
Look.
Well, no, but I think it is elected. Maybe just in cities. Let me look this up while you're
So
talking.
they're city official. Maybe it depends on the city.
I think it's an elected
I don't
position
know.
because it could be. Otherwise, it could be very political. Like if I kill somebody, or I'm going to hire my friend who's the coroner, and they're just not gonna. They'll just wash that under the bridge. They'll misdiagnose.
Well, I don't know. They can't just. The police have
I don't
some
know.
say in it, I think. I don't know.
Our coroners.
I don't know. I think it depends on where you live. Anyway, what else? Okay, well, she's looking that up. So in the bizarre files of other crazy news,
We love crazy news. Who doesn't
I
love
love
crazy news?
the crazy news is the only news I can. Although our own fucking news is crazy.
Well,
these
that is
days.
crazy. That's why I brought up this paper straws.
But I just get I can't watch it. I can't look at it. I can't read about it. So I just read the crazy shit like from People Magazine. Like, did you see the parents that So they had this is actually a horrible story.
Why are we going to talk about it?
The ballerina, they had a ballerina daughter who was like 17 years old, and finally it was in Australia, and the ballet school finally like called like HDFS on or whoever the form of HDFS is. HDS, whatever, like that fucking DHS for Christ's sake, I can't. DHS, because they were keeping her, like, they dressed her up like a little girl, and like all she had was like cartoons and princesses around the house. They still wiped her ass. She was 17, and they were starving her. And by the time that DHS got involved, she was like a breath away from like going into like artery, like whatever, like not artery, like I don't know,
Cardiac arrest?
like cardiac arrest or whatever, because her body was just so. She weighed. Did I write it down? Like 60 pounds or 90 pounds or. I mean, she was like she was emaciated.
Yeah, it's good the ballet
was-
school called.
Right? I was like, here's my thing. How the fuck did she get to 17 years old before somebody called? Where was somebody the rest of the time? I mean, they said like they had birthday parties for her with like princess cakes and princesses and shit and all this like little kid shit. And she was stunted. Her growth and her development was stunted at like whatever, like 8 years old. Never hit puberty because they starved the shit out of her. Why did no one turn this in?
I don't know. Do they have
Prior to
mandated
this.
reporting? Some people don't want to get involved in other people's business. The parents could have said she has an eating disorder. We're taking her for therapy. There could have been a million things. I just
They
can't
said,
imagine.
and this is great. In the article I read, they said food was available to her. She chose not to eat it.
Who said that? The parents?
The parents. So then when
Well, but it's locked up with
so
a
the
key.
hospital put her into like they were bringing her food and like trying to get her
To eat.
to become no longer malnourished, whichever it is. And there's a difference. And the parents started telling her that she was looking like she was getting really fat. So then the parents weren't allowed to see her anymore. And then then she like officially like you're done. They're in jail. They're
I
in
was going
jail.
to say, are they in jail? Please
They're in
tell
jail.
me they're in jail.
He's doing, I think, 5 or 6 years, and I think he's doing 5 or 6 years, and the wife's doing 4 years. I mean, look, with fucking parents that do this shit to their kids, I can't.
Yeah. Okay, so I have something along those lines. It just reminded me of something, but I want to tell you about a coroner because I knew it was an elected position. So the coroner or medical examiner shall be a statutory office elected at the municipal election. So we're not voting on the Philly one like you do it by municipality or whatever.
Right, we live in Philadelphia, so we would not vote for
Right.
Philadelphia. one.
And they hold the office for 4 years. Yeah, so that's what it says.
Fascinating. Maybe no one wanted to be the coroner, so this guy just got like by default. Like we'll just give vote. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Is there a difference? A coroner is usually an elected official who certifies the death, while a medical examiner is a doctor who investigates deaths. There's the big difference. So the coroner
Not the same person.
certifies the
Interesting.
death.
Okay.
So they deem, yes, this person is dead. They sign off on that official form, and they usually give the cause. And the medical examiner is usually what we see on those TV shows, like NCIS or whatever. The medical examiner is the investigator, but he has a MD.
Fascinating. So the coroner doesn't have to have an MD? There's just some slapped ass that got fucking voted in.
It doesn't say that. It doesn't say.
Oh my god.
It doesn't say. Wait, how does one become a coroner?
Okay.
Wait, typically requires education and training in related field, as well as meeting specific eligibility requirements.
Typically.
Yeah, but you don't have to have a medical degree. As it said, you just have to have.
Wow.
Well, whatever.
Wow.
I mean, I think you should, but.
Okay, so
Wait, I have something to add.
Oh.
So you know that guy that was out west and he did those Idaho University. He did those 4 killings. Those Idaho college students. The 4. Well, he's from Pennsylvania. His parents are from Pennsylvania, and they extradited him back out to Idaho. I saw on the news today that the judge threw out what the defense was trying to get rid of, like some DNA evidence and other stuff. And the judge is like, "Too bad. It's being admitted. It's permissible or whatever the hell
admissible.
it is. Admissible.
Admissible in court.
Admissible. I don't really watch the cop shows. So at any rate, but what I find interesting is Idaho has firing by what is it? A gun squad? I'm doing this wrong. What is it? Death by firing squad.
Idaho does. Are they going to shoot him? Oh my god.
So they're after.
Well,
it was, and the only reason it was brought up is because in Idaho, the prosecutor is in this case is going after the death penalty for this Brian whatever that killed those 4 kids in Idaho, and the TV news person was like, in Idaho, it's either being voted on or they have it already, but death. But they're the only state in the country that has death by firing squad.
Not even Texas has it. Fascinating.
Yeah. And this isn't a political thing. I'm just telling you that was interesting. Like, that they're the only state. I mean, that's kind of...
Right.
That's like...
that's old school.
That's old school.
That's like... Hang them in a fucking tree.
That's like Great Out West.
Right?
That's like the Great Out West. That's how we used to handle it.
Right?
Wait, I have a couple of things.
Okay. Why are you telling me to wait? What am I doing? I'm sitting here.
I don't know. This is a cute story. So there's a Pennsylvania man on February 15th. He is turning 87. He turned 87 on February 15th. And he hand-delivered and wrote out in his nice script, handwriting, invitations for some of his friends in the neighborhood. So the next-door neighbor to him has it on their, doorbell cam, him coming over and handing her the nice little... You're invited to my 87th birthday party, da-da-da-da. Well, it has gone viral.
Why?
It went viral. People were having, I'm going to tell you why. So he had his 87th birthday party, it was in Bucks County, so north of here in Pennsylvania, with like his friends. And then there were satellite parties all over the country. And Michael Bublé came in on it. He sent him a message.
Why?
I'm going to tell you why. It went viral because his neighbor was like, look at this handwritten 87th birthday party invitation, and he's having it for himself. I don't know where his wife is. It didn't talk about that. But the invitation said...
You just say he had a wife. Maybe he never was married.
Whatever.
Maybe he had a husband.
It didn't say anything about it, family. It was just him. So I don't know. So the party invitation said, please come to my 87th birthday party, date February 15th, from 4 until the cops come.
That's fantastic.
Which was the part that made it viral.
That's great.
Till the cops arrive is the actual quote. 4 till the cops arrive.
Nice.
So Michael Bublé joined in. He got all kinds of mail from people. People sent him donations. Like there was this, he opened up this thing and there were like...
I need fucking donations.
The pretzel bags for the party. All kinds of things. Because she shared...
I've heard nothing about this.
She shared it to...
Nothing.
She shared it to TikTok. And so then they streamed his party live so that all these
TikTok's
satellite
back,
parties...
I guess, right? TikTok was canceled, now it's back?
I don't know. But she shared this to TikTok, but it was streamed via Zoom or whatever the hell, YouTube or whatever. So there were like many parties all over the country.
Fascinating.
For this guy's 87th birthday. And he got letters and cards and food and like things sent to him.
Wow. Maybe I should try that. I'm going to try that for my next birthday party.
Till the cops arrive.
Although I'm sure as fuck not hand delivering them to the neighbors. No. Oh my God. I can't remember when we did our show last week. Did we do it before
Tuesday.
the snow came? We did it before the snow came. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Tuesday. We did Tuesday.
When did I have the rage over the snow? I just shoveled the snow.
Not then.
Did I tell the story on here? I can't remember.
We had it Wednesday. We had the snow on Wednesday.
Okay, so, I talk about my neighbors because they're total fucking assholes. Not all of them, but most of them. So Joe had to go out of town last week. And and we had snow, and so I get up in the morning, and I'm not
A
going to
couple
bed
inches,
till
like
like
maybe
fucking
3.
2 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. So I didn't get up till like whatever time. And so I get up and I look out the window, and there is the entire block has been snowblowed except for the section of sidewalk in front of our house, which just puts me into a fucking rage.
Yeah.
Our neighbors, and the guy who does it, well, it's two guys that do it, and
He's
neither
a
one of
douche
them.
casserole.
He is a douche casserole. They're both douche casseroles. So I go out and I shovel. It's fun. I needed the exercise. And we live on a corner, so I'm doing the
And it
whole,
wasn't
like,
heavy.
whatever. It was heavy, actually. It's a heavy
Oh,
snow. Mine
oh.
was heavy. I know it was like at your house, but it was heavy here. It's fine. I did it. It didn't take me long. But I'm out front. I'm finishing up the driveway. And then the nice neighbor says hello to me. God bless America. There's a truck behind us. God bless America. God bless us. So it's good timing because I'm about to say God bless anybody. So I have a fucking rage, right? I'm out here. I'm shoveling, and it's like my rage is just like carrying me through the shoveling. And the neighbor stops to say hi, and she's like, "It's so much fun, right?" And then I wanted to kind of hit her with the shovel because I'm thinking, "Bitch, you didn't have to shovel shit. You're fucking done for you. You're fucking done for you."
Neighbor kills neighbor with shovel.
And it would not be the first time because I've seen it. I've seen it on the news before.
Oh my God.
So I stopped and looked at her.
But she was being nice.
She was being nice, but I was like, so I just launched into it. I was like, and she's like, I didn't have with the fucking shovel. I was like, yeah, you know how nice it is? You know how nice it is when this happens? I look out the window and the entire block has been snowblowed, except for in front of our house. I'm like, it's so nice. It's so nice.
Was she backing away slowly?
She's like, I'm sorry. And then she's like, I don't even know who does it. And she's so nice. And I'm not going to know. She lies. I know who fucking snowblows. And you not know who snowblows for you. I spit on my own self. So I was like, so I thought, here's my, so I know who does it. It's him or it's him. And I pointed to the houses. I said, wait, they're the one of them who've seen it. I know who it is.
God,
I know who does it.
I wish your bell cam
Right?
would have gotten
And
this
she's-
video.
I'm sure she's like, fuck, I should have stopped. I should have gotten in the car. Should have fucking stopped. So,
This is what you get for being
So I
nice.
stopped, and I was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I had to vent. I'm sorry. I'm like, and people wonder why I'm so full of hate. Or I'm so hateful, or one of the two. I was like,
Full of the hate.
full of the hate.
The
Full of the
rage.
fucking rage. I mean, I got some good shoveling, though. I mean, I just powered me through, like, the fucking rage. But, so then yesterday, she stopped yesterday, though. She scared the hell out of me. And I thought she's never going to stop me again.
Did she have the police with her?
No. I didn't raise the
I was
shovel
verbally
at her,
assaulted
right?
by the
No, I laid into her a little bit with the whole, whatever. But yesterday, I was in the car getting ready to go to
If
PT.
somebody would have done that to me, I mean, it wasn't really directed to her, but I would have been like, bitch, I was just saying hi.
No, I know, right? You wouldn't, though. You wouldn't.
No.
Anyway.
But I'd love to.
So yesterday she stopped me. I was in the car, and the radio pumping, whatever. I had the heat on. I'm getting ready to go, and all of a sudden I see there's someone at my window. And I'm like, fucking jump! Jesus Christ! I put the window down, to the radio down. I'm like, hi. I'm like, she's like, hi. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm just gonna go stick this in your mailbox. She's our electric bill went to her house.
Oh.
So, and then my nails. Okay, look, they're still on. So I put them on. I might have talked about the
You talked about it last week.
I know, but I put these on before the show, so I may have actually.
Had them on
I don't
for a
remember
week.
when did we do it? I don't remember when the snow came.
Tuesday.
Well, I've already talked about the snow and whatever. I
Tuesday.
apologize. I can't remember. It all runs together.
Tuesday.
But, so
Snow
here we
is
are. So
Wednesday.
today is Thursday, and these fuckers are still on. Look at that. They look good. And she was like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "Your nails are so cute." She's like, "Where do you get them done?" And I said, "I do them myself." And she's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "They're fake." So they're pretty good. I need to get them off. I got my hair caught into them.
She
when
was
it
just
drying.
trying to get her to be nice.
Right? I thought about giving her some, but I'm not gonna be that nice. I'm
No.
not giving her
She was
any.
just trying to be nice to make up.
No. And
for
then we talked
setting
about
the
the electric
rage
bill.
off.
And we talked about the electric bill.
Well,
So,
that
like,
would get me raging.
well, she's like, I can't believe how high it is. I'm like, we're on the budget plan.
I
don't
know.
know what to tell you.
Ours is so high. I can't even
Well,
believe it.
they
And
tur-
I keep
they
my
turned
house
it
at a
up.
crisp 67. Everybody
They-
bitches. I'm like,
It is
I'm hot.
cold.
Put a fucking sweater on. Your house ain't so warm either.
No, but I have slippers here. It's not like just wear Sean's slippers around the house at your house. But so we do the budget thing. I'm like, do the budget, like, and then just average it out every month, and it shakes out because we
didn't do that.
I don't know. But the cost of electric or gas or something has gone up, I read somewhere. So, but I don't know. Anyway, look, I don't know. So product review. Look, I'm telling you, you want to do the fake nails. Olive and June. I mean, these have been on a week. Showered every day. Washed my hair almost every day, which also chaps my ass. I pried out my Invisalign with them every day. Especially I got a new ones in today. And I couldn't get the fuckers out. I had to go right. So I wore them home. Just fucking. I wore. I'm like. I'll just.
Well,
I'm in there. I'm like.
You're supposed to keep them in.
I'm like. I'm just gonna leave with
Did they put the new
these.
brackets on?
No, it's just my retainers.
Oh.
When I got them, so I used to grind. I still do. I grind my teeth, which breaks them, so they have to make them with like extra whatever. So I had to keep getting them redone. And so when I got done, and I'm like, I want to, because then it was free. Like it was like I broke them. They paid for like you buy it like you pay for it like upfront or whatever, however it's done. And so they provide you with as many as necessary for however long it takes. Okay, so. They had since I was breaking them from, whatever, from grinding my teeth at night.
I clench.
I clench. They have a thing where you could pay up front, like a large sum of money.
Like insurance.
Right. For 10 years, and you can get 2 sets a year.
Oh.
Excuse me. Which is good because it's $375, I think, to replace them one time. So that shit pays for itself. So, like, if you lose them or you throw them out. So I just am like, hey, I need a new pair. Because I'm trying to stock up and then keep them.
Until you're like 80, so you have stock
Well,
until you're 80.
Right? So so they put the new ones in and they were snug and I couldn't dig them out and ripped my nails off while I was sitting there. So
I had Invisalign and I got tired of it, and then my dentist changed twice.
Well, also, you went to a dentist. You should have gone to an...
I know.
whatchamacallit?
Orthodontist.
Orthodontist.
Well, anyhow, so... I just stopped wearing it because my dentist kept changing. I was
Well,
pissed.
your things fell off, for fuck's sake.
Well, yeah, a couple of the brackets fell off, and then when I was in there...
I sue. You pay a lot of money for that.
The last time...
They just fell off.
The last time we were in there, I'm like, you're taking all the brackets off. And the dentist was like, no, she was really nice. But she's not there anymore. And I knew she wasn't going to be there. I just had a sense about it. I'm like, just take them off. I want all the brackets off. I'll just wear them by themselves.
Can't you go back and have the new person do it?
I can, but I need to find a new dentist. That's another story.
But you paid for Invisalign through them.
I know. Right. But they gave me a whole new set. I got a whole new set.
But you have to have the brackets on your teeth.
I know. They'll put the brackets on if I take my whole new set that's never been worn in.
Okay.
And they can also, like, look up my mouth pictures, scan things that they took.
But your teeth have moved since
I don't
then.
care. I don't
I
give
got
a
my
shit.
molds. They're like, no, keep this safe. Yes. They're like, did we give them to you last time? And I was like, no. I'm like, fuck, that's what I threw away. That's what that was. I'm like, oh my God. I just kept quiet about it.
I actually still have Patrick's from his retainer because he still wears his retainer at night, like the mold.
But they need to redo it every once in a while because
Yeah.
your teeth do, even with it, they still
I threw the
move.
first mold out, and then when he...
Like this, the whole reason I got him was this tooth here, and it's moving again. And I told him, oh well.
Your teeth move when you get older.
Yes, I want to just point out I've transferred onto St. Patrick's Day. I've got the Irish
Leprechaun?
snowman out, and the thing I did, do not touch the goose. So this goose, don't touch it because she's broken.
Oh.
This is Gladys.
How did Gladys get broken?
And I think somebody was pushing on this when they were here in my house the other day also.
Sean?
I don't know. I can't.
Well, how did he break it?
It came like that, but it was worse today, and I think because somebody was pushing on it, you couldn't resist the breaking. So Mom got me. Okay, wait. So my friend Kelly.
Not me.
My friend Kelly P. So there's this whole thing about these porch geese, right? So she told me about it. I said, I've seen them. The person down the street has one, and they had it dressed up as Mrs. Claus. Don't touch it. Do not touch the hole. I will punch you. Right here on the show.
I'm going to touch the hole.
It's broken. Came from Joann's. Why Joann's is going to fuck out of business. Everyone that got one. This is not even the worst case scenario. And the feet, I mean, Sean could have painted, but look at that. I can't even pick up to show you. But, so there's a whole movement about these things. Like a whole thing. It's a thing. I didn't know about it. But as soon as she told me, I said, yes, the people down the street have a goose. It's a concrete one. This is resin and came busted up, but Mom got stuff.
What the fuck does it do?
You dress them up. I have outfits for it.
No.
I bought them. Yes.
No.
So I got on, there's a Facebook group, right? It's called The Porch Goose, because there are a couple ones. One is bullshit and one is like the real one. Like
think the whole thing is
Porch
bullshit.
Goose something. Well, that's because you're a hater of fucking things. and she's making T-shirts for us for our show for the Goose.
Oh, she is? Well, that's
Kelly,
a good idea.
she's a hater of things. You ignore her. You ignore her.
That's a good thing. I do like it because it was a gift.
I
But I don't want one. I'm not going to
It's
participate.
not a gift. I bought the Goose. She's
Oh.
making T-shirts for it.
Oh.
For Small Talk Queens because it's going to sit here because we can't have nice things outside because our neighbors are assholes. And because of the fucking wind. Oh my God, we lost a tree. Oh my God, we lost a fucking tree. We had hurricane fucking winds. I'll get back to the porch goose. Gladys, her name is Gladys Goosemeyer. That's what I named her, Gladys Goosemeyer. And she will be dressed up next week after she has a fresh coat of sealant on her and some nice new paint. And I can figure out how to give her eyelashes. Mom picked up some stuff to fix it here and some fresh paint.
Is Mom painting it?
And I got her a Mardi Gras outfit. And I got her 3 Easter outfits because I couldn't choose which one I wanted. So I think, unless I change her every week, I don't know. Look.
When we get closer to it, I have an Easter drink too made out of a chocolate egg.
Ooh. Cocktails coming back. My neck hurts. I slept wrong. And now it hurts. So Mardi Gras, St. Patrick's Day, and there's a big busted up thing here. It's resin and it got like smashed in. And the paint job. Look, it's about to be fixed. But so we had wind here. We had fucking wind over the weekend, like 60 miles an hour.
People lost
right?
power.
And other people on the Goose page had said, like, how do you keep the clothes on? My goose lost its clothes. Also, somebody on there was like, help. The squirrels took the clothes off the fucking goose. And I was like, oh my God, so we're not the only ones with aggressive fucking squirrels.
That is aggressive. What were they trying to do?
For their nest. So, and then we had some fucking squirrel connoisseur on there talking about how if they...
Were they going to put it on?
So squirrels, it's learned behavior from their mother squirrel. So if they get things like your cushion filler or like whatever, if they use material to line their, like the nest, to fill their nest with it, then when they become adult squirrels, they will do the same thing.
Fuck that.
So, and I'll tell you, the giant squirrel nest in the tree that I can see outside my kitchen window, I'm out there working on a puzzle, and the tree is literally, like, it's like the whole tree is like going...
When they get excited.
And I'm waiting to see the fucking nest just, like, fly out.
It doesn't, though. It doesn't even get knocked out in heavy wind. I don't know. They glue it in there or something?
It is amazing. It is amazing. That fucking squirrel nest has not budged.
That's why they do it.
Our dogwood got ripped the fuck out of the ground. We came
Well, it was kind of dying anyhow, so it wasn't
it was dead. It was dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
It needed to be... It got buds on it the other year, and then it just never fucking bloomed.
They get diseased, yeah.
And the one out back, it died. And dogwoods have a high whatever for
disease
like
rate.
high propensity for like fucking dying. They get get the disease and they die. So, but we had these nice holly bushes growing up around it from Superstorm Sandy. Superstorm Sandy. A lot of what's that when you say the same letter over and over? Alliteration. Superstorm Sandy. 3 times fast. It blew like seeds in, and all of a sudden we had holly bushes grow up after that.
There you go.
They're pretty big. So the tree, I call Sunday night and I leave a message. And they probably thought I was having a stroke. I was leaving a message.
You call the tree service.
I called the tree service, left a message. I purposefully pushed the button. This is non-emergency.
She thinks.
And then I brain farted the word emergency. I'm like, this is not, and it was just silent. Just like full... Like 20 seconds of me trying to think. I'm like, emergency. This is not an emergency. But it is. But it is on the sidewalk, right? It is on the sidewalk, so we will need it to be taken off the sidewalk. And if it inconveniences our fucking neighbors for a day, so be. No one's out walking anyway. Their duck and dog will fly away. I mean, no one's out walking.
I mean, it was beyond Mary Poppins weather.
So we go to her house for dinner. And then we went to go to BJ's. It was like black, like a blackout, like neighborhoods, full on neighborhoods, no power,
and tree branches,
tree
like not
branches
even like
everywhere.
old branches, but like bunch of twigs and a bunch of like rotted twigs, like
and
your car.
We were sitting in a traffic light, and I was like, oh my God, like I'm watching the trees just like sway and bend like towards the car. I thought, this is how I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna die with this fucking tree coming down the car and smashing me in the car.
That happened to some lady in Philadelphia.
I mean, it's horrific. I was waiting for it to happen to us, and thank God it didn't. So we come home and we pull the fuck up, and there's the fucking dogwood. Just a whole fucking thing uprooted and laying on the sidewalk. I'm like, oh my God, there's the dogwood. So I leave the message, and then I hang up, and immediately the phone rings back. And I answered it. I'm like, I swear to God, I pushed 2 for non-emergency. And she's like, I know, but we're just servicing all the calls
they're getting a
now.
lot.
And she's like, so we'll have somebody out tomorrow morning. The estimator come out tomorrow morning. I mean, I left the message. It was like, come out and remove the tree. I don't even need the estimate. I know what it's going to cost.
It just needs to be done.
It just needs to be done. So if you want to know the going rate to have a dogwood already fucking taken out, they took them 20 minutes, $700.
I can't even. It would have cost you $700,
Well-
I think, if it was still upright.
Well, and we had to have, and we would have had to pay for the stump removal. So I said to Joe, I'm like, well, at least we have to pay for the stump removal. The stump grinding.
That reminds me, I have to call about mine. They didn't
Stump
do it when I
grinder.
took it out. They have to come back.
Stumpgrinder.com. Do not Google that. So, so ripped out of the ground. Literally took them 20 minutes. They fucking to put it in the chipper. I had to pick the whole thing and put it in the chipper all at once. I'm not even sure. And then they were gone. $700. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and I thought they would fill the hole. There's just a big hole. They didn't even
Oh, they didn't
chip
even
it.
fill
No,
it?
they didn't fill it back in. So I was like, what the fuck? So then they called 2 days later to want to know if we want the spring cleanup.
Oh, they called me. I
Yes,
have to call them.
Right? Yes. Come mulch us because I'm not fucking mulching.
Well, they need to fill that with some topsoil so that someone doesn't break
Well,
their
right.
ankle.
So we're gonna add that to the list. So I said to her, I said, well, I have you on the phone. Somebody came out, took our uprooted dogwood the other day. I'm like, can you tell me? I'm like, we've never had this done before. But don't they fill the hole in? We have a big hole in the front yard.
What'd she
Which
say?
I'm like, let the kids fucking cut through it. Let the fucking kids.
Well, if you don't have
cut
it marked
through it.
off, they could come after you, your homeowners, because
They shouldn't be on our property.
well, they shouldn't. But
Between two holly bushes, we'll cut the fuck out of you. I dare you, you fucking kids. I dare you to fucking cut through it.
Oh my God.
Right? So they just she puts me on hold until she checks. She comes back. No, I'm sorry. We don't fill the hole. We just take the tree.
okay, well, where are you supposed to get dirt to fill a hole?
So you go buy the dirt. We go buy the dirt
Buy
or have it
bags.
mulch, whatever. It's just yeah.
You should just have them do it. It'll
I'm gonna
save
have them
you
do it.
Time
They're gonna come
and-
back in 2 months and do the fucking spring cleanup, which is great because we don't have any trees with leaves. You should see the front. Our front with the fucking dead leaves also makes me hostile. We're at like the end of a wind tunnel. Like all of the leaves come down and blow like hurricane into our yard, and then they're all through our bushes, along with people's trash. We have like a Frito-Lay bag out there and like fucking candy wrappers and like newspaper, like all this shit. I mean, we look so WT, and it is
But it's not
not.
yours.
It's not even ours. But I'm sure it's fuck. Also, like the bushes are close together, and some of them are thorny. So my ass is not going out there.
You
to
need one of
get
those
said-
grabber things.
I said to Joe, what we should have done was so windy the other day was gone and like kind of like pulled the leaves out and with the rake or whatever, and had them blow the fuck away. That's what we should have done. So
You should do that next time.
next time I'm in the
Even
dark.
in the fall, if you
in
just
the
make
dark.
a pile towards the sidewalk, it'll blow every place else.
Well, these are from the fall.
I know, but what I'm saying
Because-
is the end of the fall season before winter starts. So when it is windy, it blows them
We
elsewhere.
we come home and all of a sudden it's like it's fucking full. Look, I
It
don't
is.
know.
It's nerve wracking. And the guys that do the leaves, like I think they're OCD. Like they keep going and they keep going with their.
I can't with the noise, right?
But it's like they no sooner get it clean, so it's all green or brown or whatever color your grass is, and then one falls and they're over there.
know,
Like it's just like.
We had a guy, we called him Mr. Lawn. There have been like 5 families in this one house by us since I moved in. I moved in, there was one family.
It's snowing.
It is snowing. One family. They moved out, and then Mr. and Mrs. Lawn moved in. This guy, every time that Joe was outside doing yard work, this guy would sit on his front porch and watch Joe. Every time. So Joe told me this, and I thought maybe he was just imagining shit until I started watching.
Why?
Sure enough, when Joe would go out to
Did
mow
he
the
not know
lawn,
how to mow or something? Was he watching to learn?
No, he knew. We called him Mr. Lawn because he would literally go out to his yard and pick up single leaves that blew into his yard and fix the mulch after like a squirrel went through it.
Oh, he was probably watching Joe to see
OCD.
if shit came off of your yard.
So
and
he would
his.
watch Joe, he'd spy on Joe doing the fucking yard work. So Mr. and Mrs. Lawn. So then they moved.
Thank God.
And then the doctor and his wife moved in. And then now the cop and his wife are there. I mean, so many people live there. The cop doesn't talk to us though, so that's fine. The poor wife.
You're not losing anything.
We're not losing anything
Oh my God.
with our neighbors. I can't. So
Wait,
anyway,
I have to switch gears.
switch gears.
So, there's a place called Sapphire, North Carolina.
Do they have donkeys?
They might have donkeys, but I'm not talking about donkeys.
I want to talk about the donkeys at the Grand Canyon.
Well, we can talk about that.
With the
They were
donkeys.
airlifted, but at any rate, ski. It's go to Google ski Sapphire Valley in North Carolina. So this is right now currently is the 18th annual Sapphire Outhouse races. So you get an outhouse. You have to wear.
Oh my God! But it's not a real outhouse. It'd be
You have to
filthy.
wear a helmet. I think I
Like
don't
a
know.
shack.
There's
They built a little
It's a
shack.
little shack, and I think I saw that it was on skis, like 2 skis, and someone's pushing you, but there's no front. There's no
God.
door on the outhouse. But I mean, I'm gonna look.
Are you supposed to be sitting inside?
Yes. And you
Are
have
your
to-
pants down?
No. Well, I guess they could be, and you have to sign a waiver.
Oh my God! Of course you do.
And now North Carolina, it's a festival, and when I was reading
fantastic.
this one visitor to this was like, this is the only festival in my 60-year lifespan that I've had to sign a waiver to attend, because I guess too the outhouses can go astray, like not just
Right.
if you're in
You're
it,
right
but
along,
if
all
you're
of a sudden someone else's
if you're
outhouse
watching
gets you.
it.
Oh my God!
But I want to know if it's full, because the only way it
It's
would.
not full.
I don't
That would
know.
be illegal and gross.
I don't know, but it makes it all the more fun if there's a little.
No, it's disgusting, and no, they can't do that.
You don't know. I'm gonna look it
And
up.
there's something, our friends that live up in the mountains here, there's something in their town that's similar to this. I'm going to have to find out what that is.
Sapphire, North Carolina. I don't even know where it is. I need to look, but they have snow. I mean, North Carolina also got snow recently, but they must get snow every year in this area because this is the 18th annual Sapphire Outhouse race.
Why is it? Oh, it's in Sapphire. I'm like, why is it called Sapphire?
Yeah, I didn't know
Okay.
that either, but Sapphire, North Carolina.
Fun.
So,
I just realized we're both wearing blue.
oh,
And we
yeah,
didn't
look
plan
at that.
Look at that.
Now I have a couple other things.
Oh, okay.
So some of them are animals, but they're not animal shenanigans either. So
Go ahead and do your laundry, George.
recently, no, George likes them. He sent me a text. So at any rate, not all of them, maybe just the one I said, but so the 63 national parks and the 433 areas, meaning like a national, so you have the national parks and then you have like the Independence Hall and things like that are also used park rangers, but it's not a national park. So that's what's counted as a 433, one of the 433 areas. So anyway, so we just lost 5% of our national park employees that service the 63 national parks and the 433 other areas. My only reason for telling you is that we're coming into spring and summer, and those are big vacation spots for everyone. Maybe not you, but I'm sure someone watching this also has visited national parks. So you're not going to have the rangers. You're not going to have, well, you'll have rangers, but not as many. There won't be, which can cause a safety problem.
Sure.
There won't be.
When you get mauled by a bear, just remember why.
I'm not even talking about that, but like lost or something. I mean, you can
No,
get
I know.
lost on a trail.
Right.
So you're going to have less, not just park rangers, but the employees that like take care of the outhouse system, that are in the gift shops, that are guides, because some people, a lot of the parks do their own guides, or if you go do a guided tour with a park ranger, if you go to Independence Hall in Philadelphia or the Liberty Bell, there are people that stand there, and they're not all volunteers. Some of them are actually paid federal employees that give you the history, that will give you a tour, make sure you're not touching things that you shouldn't be touching in Independence
We're
Hall.
leaning on them.
Yeah. Things like that. So anyhow, I'm just giving you an FYI. They're telling people to be a little bit more patient.
If you're like me who doesn't watch the news, even though I did hear about that, because I do.
You want to
hear
be a little
about-
patient when you're out at these places, because they're not going to have everybody.
Well, speaking of that, let's talk about the donkeys. In case you
yeah.
was that 60 Minutes the other night?
It was Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley.
So
CBS Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley.
when the donkey population in the Grand Canyon
Wild donkeys. They're wild donkeys. Burros, they call them.
gets too big, they airlift the donkeys out, like
They're in this.
like a big sack, like it's like a big blanket, like when you like
It's like mesh, but
right,
they're
it's
like.
they put the donkeys in and airlift them out and put them elsewhere. There's a lady in Texas that has way more land than anybody probably should. Look, and it's
Sanctuary.
a sanctuary or whatever, reserve. She got lions and tigers and bears, whatever.
I don't know how they all get along.
And they're all separated. They're not all fucking together. The lion would eat. And they showed. Did you see the bear? They
bear.
showed this bear.
Hairless.
That poor bear. When it first came to them, they didn't know what kind of animal it was.
It looked a little bit like a rhino, a little bit.
Right, it was pink because it had lost all its hair because it had been like whoever had the bear. Somebody had the bear.
Yeah.
The bear was in a bad way.
Yeah. No hair.
in such a bad way that they didn't know what fucking animal it was because they couldn't distinguish it by the way it looked. And they showed a picture. Oh my God. I don't mean to laugh. I'm glad the bears are
I know.
okay.
As soon as it came on,
I don't mean, I can't. Also, okay, speaking of animal antics. So if you have a Ring doorbell, you get notifications on your phone. I don't know how to shut the fuck off. So maybe you don't get notifications. I get notifications. Like people with like neighborhood alerts. Like, hey, my cat's missing. Hey, my kid ran off. Like, hey, my car, whatever. I usually just ignore it. But it popped up on my phone, right? Because I'm like, whatever's happening, I'm sorry, but I can't get involved. So but I saw, like, it popped up on my phone and, like, stayed there. I thought my phone was locked, so it, like, stayed. As opposed to when the phone's on, it just blurps up and then goes away. And so I look at it and I see it's a street near us, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, Joe, there's a rabid raccoon out about. So, like, 2 streets over, so watch yourself. And he was like,
taking the
so
garbage
he's
out.
like, how do you know if it's rabid? I'm like, if it's out in the daylight, it's rabid. I'm like, but anyway, when you're out in the evening, either way, like when you go into the car in the morning, like watch yourself. But animal control is notified, so
You want to get rid of that,
Right.
Because most wild animals will stay away from you, including
Not the
raccoons.
rabid ones.
But the foxes and the raccoons, because they're around my house, when they're rabid, they like come up to you because they want to bite you. They're like real
well, and there was a
aggressive.
there's a
aggressive.
walking trail a couple blocks from here that I've never been on.
Some lady got
And there's a rabid fox over there because it went after, like, normally it would run away from you, but it came after her son and the dog. Again,
Yeah,
that's
it
why I
bit
can't
somebody's
be
dog a
outside.
couple years ago on the
This
trail
was just
near
the
my
other
house.
day.
Yeah, on the trail by my house. Point being is that they do. They don't
I
see
hope the
if you see
mailmen
them-
are careful. They should know. Speaking of the mailmen, oh my God. So yesterday, right, I had a pickup request in because I had a package that was going out. So you check off, if you've never done a pickup request, check off, it will be at the front door, in the front door, whatever.
Side yard, no.
It's in the door with the address to who it's going to and my return address where it should be. UPS drops off a package, right? I'm at PT Joe's. My phone, get in the car. Oh, look, my package was delivered. New shirt. Yay. Come home, looking around. My package is still in the door. Joe tells me, well, the mail came, but that didn't go out. Your package didn't go out. I said, well, where's my package you got dropped off? He said, well, maybe he's coming back. He said, drop off your package, take this package. I'm pretty sure my package was UPS. Get online. Yes, it's been delivered. So here I am, have a little snack and a little water. I just lit a candle, feed her up, right? So I'm scrolling through the video security camera to see if the UPS truck came. Sure as fuck, UPS guy comes, puts the package at the door. Half an hour later, here comes the mail guy, who clearly was not our usual mail guy.
Clearly.
And it took him a minute to figure this out, and he figured it out wrong.
Because you can see him looking at it.
So he looks at the package in the door that's out. He has the sheet of paper, right? He has a sheet of paper telling him that the pickup request is there because he scans it when he takes the package that UPS had left for me and leaves the outgoing package. So I stroke the fuck out, like spit my fucking almond out. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and this is not the first time this happened.
It's a problem.
So, but he was looking at the package. I mean, he's looking at it. He's looking at the paper. He's looking at the package. If you read it, it is addressed to me with my address. That is not the outgoing package,
Right.
Sir Fuck-a-lot. What? I mean, how fucking dumb are you? I can't.
my God.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I can't. So
Poor
we jump
mailman.
in the car and go looking for the mailman.
You're driving real slow. Somebody thinks
Yes.
you're.
I'm digging almonds out of my fucking teeth. Right? I can't. I'm like, oh my God, I left the fucking candle burning. I'm like, it'll probably be a few minutes. I'm like, oh my, like I can't. We're like hustled out of here. So we're driving. So our mail guy does one direction of streets, and then the other mail guy does the other. Like the one does like horizontal, one does
Because there's so
vertical,
many
whatever,
houses.
Right?
I mean, it's a.
So we're going up, and we're going slow, and we're both looking at every intersection, every stop sign. We're looking for a mail truck. So we see a mail truck, and Joe spies a mail guy, but it's not the mail guy who was at our house. We're going to him anyway. So I'm like, hello. Excuse me, sir. I yell out the window, right? I'm like, our mail guy came. I don't think he was our usual one. I had a pickup request. He didn't take my package. I'm holding it up. He didn't take my package. Instead, he took the package that UPS dropped off. He's like,
Well, at least he.
right? I said, do you have a radio? Like, can you call him? Like, where can we locate him?
CB.
Right? And he's
Postal
like,
150.
he should be over. Oh, I knew I passed a mail truck on my way home from PT Joe's, but I don't know how many mail trucks are in whatever. How many are here?
20.
And I couldn't remember on which direction street he was going. when I saw the mail truck, I'm like, fuck, I don't remember what street it was on. I just noticed I saw it. So
It was an adventure.
we see a mail truck. We turn down the street. I'm like, there's a guy. So I saw someone. He's the same boots. He has the same boots. I'm like, where'd he go?
Oh,
it's like behind
my
the bush, right?
God.
Putting mail. I couldn't see there's a bush blocking him. So we stopped. He comes out from behind the bush, right, from someone's porch. I'm like, excuse me, sir.
Did
So
you
he comes
scare him?
over. Probably. I was a little. I mean, I had a little bit of a hostile tone, which I didn't mean to have, but I couldn't
rage.
even. I was, excuse me, sir. I'm like, hi. You were at our house a little bit ago. To give my address, and you took the wrong package. I had a pickup request, but you left the package. It was outgoing. And you took the package that UPS left
me.
on the doorstep. Come on now. He's like, oh right, yeah, sorry. So he's like, I'll run back to the car. So we follow him. You know, he literally ran back to the truck, which I appreciated, because he's like, oh yeah. He's like, he said something like, yeah, and I'm just looking at me like,
I couldn't figure it out.
Can we get the package? He's like, yeah, it's the mail truck. I'm like, okay. But can I get the package? I'm like, okay, it's in the... Do I want me to go to the mail truck? I'll go sift through it, which is illegal, but hey.
That is illegal.
So I'm trying to be very patient.
Which is wearing out.
Yeah, right? And so he then jogs over, gets the package, gives it to me, and I told him that I already gave my outgoing package to the mailman. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I said, you know what, it's not the first time this has happened, so don't worry. I'm sure it won't be the last. And he's like, yeah, it said like it would be outside. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I checked in the front door, but that's fine. They were both at the front door in his defense, but yeah.
But if you know that you're at 508, like... and
Why?
I don't understand why you can't just figure that
Or
one
506 or 507 or 608 or... Really?
I don't understand. You might not
Sometimes
recognize
I
the
really
name,
want to
but
hit you.
the
I just want to
address...
reach out and just hit you. Just right. And I know how to edit. It's great. Fucking great.
Or 610. I mean, I didn't tell them your address.
You might as well have.
No.
Come find me.
No.
You Turkish
Why
guy.
don't you just make...
You missed that one. It was last year. Coming to get me. I can't. All right, we're like at an hour.
Nobody knows where you are.
I have one more
Wait,
term,
I have
though.
something.
Okay, well, hang on. I learned this great term watching our British show the other night. Compassion fatigue. I was having compassion fatigue
That's a good
yesterday.
one. I have that a lot.
Compassion fatigue. Because someone had been murdered, and, you know, it was like the spouse was being, like, shifty. And, like, finally, like, the inspector was trying to, you know, get information out of them. And finally, she's like, look, I'm sorry, I'm having a little compassion fatigue right now. You just start being honest with me. I'm like, compassion fatigue.
Did
That is
the spouse
fantastic.
do it?
I don't remember.
Because they normally do. If they're acting
there's
strange.
always somebody. There's always a lot of shady shit going on. I
Compassion
don't remember.
fatigue. I like that.
Anyway, you go ahead.
Okay, so a couple of things. So in South Carolina, they found 2 orange alligators. They crawled out of hibernation, and they're orange.
How are they orange?
They think
Is this real news?
Yes, it was on CNN. They think that they are orange because they were hibernating in water that had rust in it, like a lot of rust.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's not a mutant gene or anything like that, but they came out orange, and people saw them, and they were kind of like, "Whoa,
What
we
the
got
fuck?
orange." I mean, it wasn't
Alien
like
fucking.
it's not like they were neon orange, but they were orange, not
Orange?
even red. They were
This orange?
more like
This
that
orange?
orange because they still had some of the green or the tan. Or
I'm gonna
whatever
drink
else.
this.
Okay, you do it. Okay, so if you see orange alligators around, it's because they hibernated in rust in South Carolina.
Rusty water.
And then I told you about this. The orca that swallowed the Chilean kayaker.
Oh my god, you have to Google this.
This
If you
is
have not
real
seen this,
news.
you have to Google this.
Real news. Any news source will have it. You could probably YouTube it, and it'll pop up. So this guy who is like 17 or 18 and his father were out kayaking off of off of Chile.
It doesn't matter.
Off of Chile in the Pacific Ocean. And they're out there a ways, and the father...
This is why you should not kayak in the ocean.
Right. The father was videoing all this, not on purpose, but because he had his, GoPro or whatever the fuck on. He sees this orca whale.
Orcas are in the cold water.
No, it was an orca.
It was a humpback. Orcas are the black and white killer whales.
This is what that was.
Are you sure?
I'm going to look it up.
Okay.
So this guy, we'll just keep it at this, was swallowed by the whale because you see the whale, it breaches the water, but it's on its side. And the father's like, this is the best. Stay calm, but in Spanish. So it's funny that the TV announcer is saying, the father's yelling,
Christ.
stay calm, stay calm. So the whale goes like this and just happens to like get him in the big old swallow of water he's taking. The kayak, the guy, everything. Swallowed underwater. And then the next thing you know, because you're watching the video, no time lapse, pops back up. He's now out of the whale's mouth. So needless to say, they kayak back to shore quickly. But
I thought it was a humpback. You have to look this up.
okay,
I
thought it was orca, but it probably was a humpback. That's right. I'm confusing orcas with something else. There's an orca pod off of
because
someplace.
orcas are in like
Right,
Antarctica.
Yeah. So it's a humpback. Sorry.
A whale.
Oh well. So anyhow, but I'm like, why didn't it chomp him? Why didn't it swallow it? And people were asking that of the news.
Whales
people.
don't eat people. Orcas might.
Well, more importantly, because their throat is only, this biologist on TV said the whale's throat, at least the humpbacks, is only like this big around. And like you told me, their teeth are like a sieve. So they just take big gulps of
They
water.
feed on krill.
The stuff
Also,
goes
they come up
through.
to the North Atlantic and eat in the summer and then go down there to have their babies. They don't eat all summer long,
Right.
all winter long.
So, they're taking big gulps, and that wasn't going to fit down its throat anyhow. So it just, he literally got spit back out.
And ask me how I knew my whale information. That's the shit I learned teaching.
Oh, I thought it's because you went whaling.
Not whaling. When I went whale watching. No, I already knew that.
Oh.
They didn't tell me much. I didn't already know.
Wait, and then this is another cute story.
Was that the emu that got loose in the Amish?
No.
The
Oh
Amish
my
farm?
God,
You
I
should
totally
Google
forgot about that.
That is a good one to also look up. It was like out in the road. I mean, could you fucking imagine being in the car and seeing you're stopped
road.
while there's a bunch of Amish people running around? Excuse me, sorry. The water's carbonated. It makes me burp. I should have just fucking let it out. I'd still be burping. It's really a hell of a thing. So the Amish people were chasing down their fucking loose
You
emu.
got to watch the video. The loose emu.
Or was it an ostrich? It was
No,
an
it's
emu.
an emu.
Emu.
Which, I mean,
It was fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
and they run funny.
Right? Watching it, look. That's the kind of news that I need to watch. Like the happy stuff that made me stroke the fuck out every time I look at my phone or turn the television on.
This is a happy animal story, but it's made all the news, so I'm going to tell you. It's not like... So this baby seal was found, a baby seal, on the streets of Connecticut, in New Haven, Connecticut.
How?
That's what everybody wants to know. There were a bunch of 911 calls because, I mean, it is a coastal town, but it was like inland on a street with its little, you could see it. There's video of it with its little, flippers, all four. And it was a baby. So I guess the
got
water
lost.
biologist, marine biologist or whatever, got it and took it back out to the ocean. And they said,
What about the mama or
wait,
the herd?
they don't know where it was. They could, several miles away, they put the baby seal back in the water. Baby seal comes back.
Baby seal wants to live in someone's bathtub.
Baby seal comes back to the streets of New Haven. They're called the next day. It's the same baby seal, and he's at the same spot, which was like the Oyster House, which is funny. You have to admit that's funny.
This is real news?
So like he wanted some good food. The Oyster Bar, hop on up there. Yes, it is real news. So now the animal, the baby seal, is at
A zoo?
Well, he's at the Mystic Aquarium in Mystic.
I meant aquarium, of
yeah.
course.
So, but
Like Mystic Pizza?
yeah, because it's Mystic up there in Connecticut. So he's at the Mystic Aquarium, but the biologists and marine biologists have to train him to work for his food, how to fish, how to...
Why don't they just keep it in the aquarium for people to visit?
Well, no, because they want to teach him survival skills that he would learn from his mama, but his mama ain't around, and then set him free.
Just keep him in the aquarium, people to come and visit.
I'm gonna find it so interesting if in like several months they release that and the pup is back at the Oyster Bar hanging out.
Well, they gotta be careful.
Can I put a
Pardon me,
flapper
it's
up?
freezing out here on this fucking porch. Freezing. Feel my hands.
Oh, it is cold. Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck. I should put my fur coat back
But
on.
no, that's real news. I saw it all
Real
over
news.
all the news. It happened, I think, last week. It was really cute seal pup, and it came back.
Came back. That is interesting. Okay, so we're in an hour. So we're gonna wrap this up. But
Oh,
excuse
my.
me. And if you've heard me burp, be very impressed. I'm sure you are very impressed that I did not just let that out because I have a good burp. I burp like a man. So
Oh my God.
so the carbonated water. By the way, the bubbly orange cream is very tasty. I have a grape here, but
I'm afraid the grape's gonna taste like cough medicine.
well, you taste it, and then if you don't have any lip fungus or herp, I'll try it after you. Before I
Lip
forget,
fungus.
we had two new subscribers last week. We're now in the 90s, which is very exciting.
Tell your friends.
So welcome to, and okay, so I don't know, it showed me the names, which I told you because,
right. Hi, Sarah. I just know the one.
and the other one might have been Justine. Is there with a J? Maybe
I think I
forget.
saw that, yeah.
I forget.
Well,
I think it was
welcome.
Justine. Welcome. And there might even be other ones, but I don't remember how I saw it. It's like you have 2 new subscribers and showed me the names, but it doesn't always show me.
Because it doesn't always show us. We have no idea. So
it won't show you because you have to log in. When I log
Right.
in for Small Talk Queens, it's like not under my name.
I
it's
just
under
know
Small Talk
because the one
Queens.
person DM'd me that she had joined
Right. And so
and wanted to know the name of the menopause book I was talking about. So I screenshot it and sent it to her.
I thought of that the last 2 nights. I woke up warm, and then I was hostile because I'm like, it wasn't a hot flash. I was just warm. It is fucking cold, and we put it to like 66 at night in our house.
I'm gonna get the name of the
The
book.
heat is turned off. We have the vent shut in
I
our
don't even
bedroom.
wanna hear it.
And I think it's because PT Joe was on me about I had to sit with a pillow under my knees. I'm like, I thought it was just on my side. He's like, no, under your knees. So then yesterday I asked him, right? I'm laying there on the fucking table. And I'm like, explain to me why I need the pillow under my knees.
Because I get hot.
Because I'm thinking, if this is some half-assed reason, I'm getting rid of the fucking pillow.
And my
because-
hoo-ha gets hot.
Right?
No air
Everything-
circulation.
There's a lot of warmth down there, right? And then I gotta roll over and keep it like between my legs, fighting with the covers. I mean, it's a lot going on. So if I don't really need the pillow, I'm not gonna have the pillow. He just grabbed right the hold of my fucking hips, and he said, because you want your pelvis to not do this and do this, but really he just grabbed like 2 animals of fucking fat and was like, oh my God. I didn't need a demo. I just needed to fucking know.
He's like, let's shut her up.
Right, and it did. Yes, he put a fucking. I go for needling. So if you're new, I go for dry needling. I had a bad back. My hips are all fucked up from whatever. So I'm working on standing up.
Did you drink out of this?
I didn't yet. You opened it. I
know,
don't think I
but
drank out of it. No, I still got the orange. So he put a fucking needle in my back. And I was like, fuck. I'm like, I felt that way. I think actually what I said was wowzers. I'm like, wowzers.
Oh,
Fuck, I
wowzers.
felt that, right? And I was like, finally, I'm like, are you sure you know what you're doing, babe?
I would hope
It
so.
hurt. It fucking, and it doesn't always hurt. The
Did you
hip
tell him
flexors
that he
hurt.
hit something?
Yeah, he explained to me why. So I don't remember why.
I'd be like,
just-
listen.
Right? Yeah.
Listen.
I don't know. He sent me home with a nice can of beer too, which I promptly wanted to come home and
To
share
take
with
the
Joe.
pain, take the pain off?
It's a beer that we like from a local brewery, and they usually make it at 9%, and this fucker has made it 13%. And so he's like, I have like beer friends, and he's one of my beer friends. So okay, give the name of the book, and then we gotta go.
Okay,
all you
the
ladies
book about
out there.
menopause is by Dr. Mary Claire Haver, Haver. It's called The New Menopause.
Bestseller in osteoporosis. What the?
Because you get
fuck?
osteoporosis and menopause
The love
sometimes.
of Christ.
sometimes.
Eat
So
some
your
cottage
calcium.
cheese,
So
folks.
anyhow, it's called The New Menopause: Navigating Your Path Through Hormonal Change with Purpose, Power, and Facts. So that's what it looks like. You can get it on Amazon or any of the bookstores. It was just published like in the last year.
Excuse me.
Maybe even last few months.
Sorry.
And she's been on some speaking engagements. But anyhow, I'm in the process of reading it. It's very good.
I'm not there yet. I'll worry about it later. But
Oh,
anyway,
well,
but
no,
I did
you're
that-
gonna be.
but
I
I was
talked about
hostile.
I
was hostile when I woke up warm 2 nights in a row without alcohol. When I drink, I wake up and I have to put the fucking bed
Wait,
on.
let's go back to this. A little science, just a little bit. So there's perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause.
I get the postmenopause.
Perimenopause can be a long time, like let's say from age 45 to 51.
So basically, you're just in menopause your whole fucking life.
Menopause is once
Right.
you've not had your period for a year. So menopause is a very finite, like I guess I'm saying I've been using it wrong. Like
Ooh,
anytime
the grape is good.
anytime you stop having your period, I was calling it menopause. No, then you're postmenopausal.
Bubbly.
Just so you can get your terms right.
Bubbly or boobly? Bubbly.
It's not Buble. And for next week,
The
here's an
grape is good.
assignment. If you haven't done it already, you guys need to go back and watch. I think you can stream it on something now. The SNL 50th anniversary.
Joe and I will
You
watch it.
need
and
to
then we talk about
watch
it.
that.
We tried to watch it, and I was like, "This isn't fucking funny."
There are some funny skits, but it is damn good.
And stay tuned because next week Gladys is going to have a makeover.
T-shirt. T-shirt?
Well, I'm going to paint her and work. I have to paste over this.
Are you painting your mom?
Well, first I had to
should let
shellac
Mom.
this because it's all busted up,
That's a pat job.
and then she will be dressed next week in her Mardi Gras outfit.
When is Fat Tuesday?
Coming up.
In 2 weeks.
If St. Patrick's Day is before then, I'll have her in her St. Patrick's Day. I got her.
No, Fat
Easter
Tuesday's
tutu.
before. This year it's before St.
So
Patty's.
she mean her Mardi Gras. I don't know. Look, I can't change her weekly because I can't afford to change her weekly.
No, that's expensive. Buying baby doll clothes.
People
Go to the
do it.
Goodwill shop.
Well, people are knitting this shit, and they charge like $65.
There, pick up knitting.
I know. I need. Okay, wait.
Mom.
Then we have to go. This was crocheted, I think. So my friend was making these on Facebook, which is on Facebook. My friend was making these, and she was posting them on Facebook, which prompted me to. This is what prompted me to go buy some. I bought a 3-pack the other week, right? And so I was like, "Are you selling them?" And she wasn't selling them, so I went out and got on Amazon and bought a 3-pack. And then she started selling them. I was like, well, fuck. I mean, now I was the one that said, because I'm like, when you start selling them, let me know. Look at this cute thing. Hang on. It's going to fuck my hair all up. My makeup.
It is. That does make you burp.
It does. There goes my brows. Isn't that the funnest thing?
It
so
is.
I bought one. And then, oh, twisted. And I should have had all the, oh, look, I'm much warmer already. My ears are toasty. I love it. So, then she posted a fucking pink one. I'm like, look, I mean, how many do I need? I don't even leave the house.
I was gonna say you're not even outside, and we didn't have that much snow yet this winter, so it's not like.
I did not wear the fur hat. I had something on when I was shoveling. It might have been this. I had something on.
You didn't wear the fur hat?
No, I didn't have the fur hat on.
Did you have the mink on?
No.
You should have. That would have kept you warm.
I had something. My hair was in a bun, and I had something on that was covering this
Did you
part
have your
of me.
makeup on?
Excuse me. Look.
Oh my god!
And that's keeping the carbonated water gets me.
I know it just got me.
So, no, my hair was in a bun. No makeup on. No, I was gonna go out there and shovel. I mean, I get sweaty. Anyway, I gotta go.
So for
We
two
gotta
things
go.
next week, watch
Look at
watch SNL 50th anniversary, and it's Sean's birthday. We'll let you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, rocking it out. But totally Google the emu with the Amish and the guy being swallowed by the whale, because both of those, if you haven't seen, are fantastic.
I've only seen a partial interview, and his English wasn't so great. I mean, it's understandable. But I want to know, like, what he saw. Did he have his eyes closed? Did he have them open when he was in the mouth? Like, what was he thinking? He did say he thought he was going to die.
I mean, it's salt water, so I'm assuming. Oh my God, look at this. My Laura Geller lipstick.
His magnet.
Look at this. Why don't all lipsticks? Look at this.
My NARS has it too.
This is a nice natural. I'm
Italian
liking
marble.
the Laura Geller more and more, by the way. I have the Laura Geller on again today.
Look,
I got the
mine's a magnet too.
Why aren't all of them like that?
I don't know.
Now my hair is all fucked up. Okay. All right. So
Toots.
but the Laura Geller, they got me, and they're like, before you check out, $8. Okay, why not?
Well, that's cheap. I mean, that must have
I
been a
know.
bargain, like the on sale part with your.
It's a
purchase.
nice. It's a
Gift
very
with purchase.
neutral. It's not usually. It's
Let me
just like
see.
a.
No, it looks nice. It's
It's
neutral.
a very neutral. I'm not usually a neutral. I mean,
Did you get to
usually
pick the
I'm
colors,
red.
or did they say this is the
It was.
one
This
that's
was the
on?
one. Yeah, and it's like marbled. You can't see it with this lighting. Marbled, whatever, and it goes on. It's a variety of colors and whatever. But I love this.
You're gonna play with it all day. It's a good
love it.
fidget.
It is. Okay.
Okay, bye.
I got to get the fuck inside before my fucking hands freeze off. So, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.
Have a great week. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.